list. A list is a collection which is ordered, as I said, and changeable. In Python, lists are written with square brackets. Okay, so let's create a list named as this list. Okay, named as this lists. You see this? This is a list. So yeah, we have created this list. Now this list is equal to apple, banana, cherry, and it is enclosed in what? As I said, in square brackets. Okay, so square brackets means whenever Python comes across square bracket, it understands itself because there is no declaration. So this is the only way we can declare lists. Okay, so this is a list. Now, this list has what? Apple, banana, cherry. If I print this list or output this list, I can easily do that. See, it is printing the whole list. And I told you about these double quotation and single quotation. Python really does not care whether the string is given in double quotation or single quotation. This is the same. So this is a list. This is array for us from AS point of view, and this is a list as an array in A2. All right. Now, ठीक है, अब हमारे पास एप्पल है, बनाना है, चेरी है, तो हम अगर एक्सेस करना चाहते हैं फर्स्ट आइटम को, अच्छा रिमेंबर दिस इज आइटम नंबर 0 विच इज फर्स्ट, बट हमें यहाँ पर जो काउंटिंग है हमारी 0 से स्टार्ट होगी. दिस इज 1, दिस इज व्हाट 0, 1 और 2. तो हम लार्ज ब्रैकेट यूज करेंगे और इसके अंदर लेट्स से हमने लिखा 2. अब अगर हम इसको एग्जीक्यूट करते हैं तो देखिए यहाँ पे क्या लिखा हुआ आ रहा है, सिर्फ चेरी. सो दिस इज 0, दिस इज 1, दिस इज 2. अगर हमें 1 करना है तो हम यहाँ पर यूज करेंगे 1. ओके, सो गेट द आइडिया. Whenever you like to choose an item from the list, you will choose it with its index, and index is starting with 0. Now, this was item access. Negative indexing, it is also possible that we go with negative indexing. This is -1, this is -2, this is -3. So if I like to choose -1 and I execute it, so you see it is still cherry, and if I go with -1, -2, -3, it will be apple. So when we count from left, this is 0, 1, 2, 3. When we count from right, this is -1, -2 and -3. Now range of indexes, you can specify a range of indexes by specifying where to start and where to end the range. When specifying a range, the return value will be a new list with a specified item. So you can create a subset of list, but this time we will only be accessing for output. So let's say I want to access from this item to this item. Or this item to this item. Okay, so let's say this is 0, this is 1. So I will have to put 0, and the range is always, now this is very important. So if we like to go with range, we will be using colons. Okay, so let's change the list. Let's increase the size of the list. Hold on. And use range. See, now I have increased the size of the list with adding by adding orange, kiwi, melon, and mango, and I want to go from 2 to 5. Now, what does it mean? I will be having a subset of the list, and I will be printing that. Now, 2 means 0, 1, 2, and 5 means 3, 4, 5, but 5 is not included. So, upper index is never included. It starts from 2, means actually 3 because the count is starting from 0. 0, 1, 2, and then 3 and 4. Let's see what is the answer. See, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, 2, 3, and 4. So whenever we are actually using a range, upper bound is never included and lower bound is seen with the help of by considering that the first item is 0. Now, so upper range is never included. And remember the first item is index. All right, now it is possible that if we like to start from the beginning of the list, we can leave out the start value in the range, and it will start from the first item of the list. What does it mean? I will exclude 2 and will only be putting colon and 5. Now, what does that mean? It means that list will start from the first item and it will go up to 4. See. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can leave out first range item and system will start it from the first item of the list. Now, similarly, we can leave out the end value. The range will go on to the end of the list. All right, so sometimes we want to include the last item, and you know that whatever the upper index is, that is not included. And if you put something beyond this, that will be an error. So it's a good idea. Let's say I want to start from 3 and want to go to the end of the list. So 0, 1, 2. So orange, kiwi, melon, and mango. Orange, kiwi, melon, and mango. So we can leave out the start, we can leave out the end. If we leave out the start, it will start from the first item, and if we leave out the end, it will start from the item which is given and will end at the last item of the list. Range of negative indexes. Specify negative indexes. Okay? Specification of negative indexes is like, we rather than we want to go from left to right in the list, we rather go from right to left in the list. Okay, so let's say I want to go from -4 from the right to -1. So -1, -2, -3, -4. Okay, so how we will do it? First, you have to understand that negative indexes are used if you want to start from the right side. Sahi hai? So we have to put which number from the right, and then in the range which number on the left. Okay, so let's do it -4 to -1. So -4, we'll start from -4 and we will go what up till -1. As you can see, we will start from -4, -1, -2, -3, -4. So we will start from orange. There we go, orange. And then this is -1. And as I told you that in the list, whatever the right side index, which is on the higher side or on the right side, or in negative index, it is on higher side, it is always is excluded. So -1 is not included. Okay, so this would go from -4 to -1, -1, -2, -3, -4. So -4, -3, -2. This is what is included, and -1 is not included. If you like to use -1 as well, let's leave it out. See what is being printed. Whole list. You want to start from -4 and then you want to use the whole list. In that case, upper range आप छोड़ दें. इसी तरीके से अगर आप -2 तक जाना चाहते हैं तो देखें -2 क्या होगा, -4, -3, -2. So only -4 and -3 are included. -2 is not. So let's say you want to start it from the leftmost side. So apple, banana, cherry, orange, and kiwi. So -2 is, as always I said, that upper range of the list array is not included. Okay, so that is how we do it. Now, what if I like to change one of the item in the list? One of the item. Okay, so let's change one of the item. Now, let's change this cherry to blackcurrant, let's say. Okay, so first we have to find out that what is the index of cherry. 0, 1, 2. Now, as I told you कि हम तो square brackets रखते हैं. So this list to is equal to blackcurrant. Okay, so now देखिए हमारे पास जो ओरिजिनल लिस्ट है उसमें एप्पल, बनाना, चेरी, ऑरेंज, कीवी, मेलन, मैंगो. ठीक है, so this cherry at 0, 1, 2 index is replaced with blackcurrant. So when you print the list, you can see that this cherry is no more there, rather blackcurrant. Okay, so that is how it works, changing the item's value. Now, one most important thing, and that is loop through the array or loop through the list. I am going to abandon the word array soon. So I will only be using word list, and that word should be taken as array. Okay. So how do we loop through it? Let's loop through this list and print one item in one go. From tomorrow at 9:10, I will bend the entry. सही है, अभी तक आप लोग जो है वो क्लास में एंटर हो रहे हैं, सही है। if you want to join you should join early or you don't take it for granted बेटा, ठीक है। एफर्ट लगता है, सारे मसले मसाइल होते हैं, देखना पड़ता है, और अगर आपको कोई और इश्यूज हैं तो दोज इश्यूज शुड बी जो है वो should be told before the time of the class, not during the class. I am receiving calls from the school, I am receiving messages on WhatsApp group that people are having troubles and all. So whatever it is, this should be done prior to the time of the class. After 9:10 I'll block it. So looping through the list. All right, so we have got this list. I want to loop through this list, and in every loop I would like to do something with the items. Let's say that thing is not decided yet, so just we want to print one item at a time, and we want to loop through it. No matter how big the list is, we just want to loop through it. Now this is a new form of for that you are going to look into, so mind it. So let's say for x will represent one item in the list in one go. For x in this list, okay, so for x in this list, okay, then colon, and then we will print x. I told you in previous classes that this Python is really easy. So had that been another language, we would have to write more code. But what is happening over here? Just 2 lines are enough for x in this list. So every time this for will loop through the whole list and pick one item in every go, and will assign that item to x, and we will print that x. Let's see what is happening. See, the whole list is printed one by one. And since there is just one statement, let's see if it allows, if that statement is in the same line. If it is one statement only, we can see that Python allows it. So if there is just one statement in the loop, just put that statement in the same line. Otherwise, it's always a good idea. And remember the indentation. This indentation means that whatever that you are writing after this for, whatever that you are writing after this for, and it is indented, it means that it is part of for. So if in order to break for's efficacy, a for's block of code, we have to get back to the first column. Now whatever that you will write will be out of this for. So this is looping through the list. See how easy is this code for x in this list. This is natural to talk, natural to write, and easier, short code. Now for x in this list, okay, so this is looping through the list. Now let's see, I want to check that whether a particular item exists in the list or it does not. Okay, so to determine if a specified item is present in a list, we use in keyword. In, again, it is easy, it's sort of linear search, but this is with a lot of ease. Okay, so now we will use if. All right, so earlier we used what? For. Now if orange in this list. See, if orange in this list, that is very simple. You don't have to actually go through the whole list and find things and then match it with the criteria and all. Rather, it's simple. If orange in this list, then what? Print yes, orange is in this list. Okay. See, that is very easy. That's it. We don't have to write anything else. Let's say if we say that QWER in this list, there is nothing. So you can use else. Print no, it is not. See. Now, no, it is not. Or let's say X is equal to input. Let's put prompt. What do you like to look for in the list? Okay, so that is now in X. So instead of having your own string, use X. Leave it. मुश्किल हो जाएगा. So what do you like to look for in the list? So let's say I want kiwi to be checked. Yes, kiwi is in this list. Okay, so this is very easy. Otherwise, you can put that item in here in double quotation as a constant if you want to look for it. Okay. So this is very easy. You don't have to actually put a loop, pick up item, match it with your item to look for and then answer and all. Sir, is this? Yes. Python is furiously case sensitive. Python is furiously case sensitive. Someone asked if it is case sensitive. Yes, it is case sensitive. This should be taken for granted that whatever that we are doing is case sensitive. Okay? Okay. So we checked. Now list length. We want to see how many items are in the list. So this is simple. We can use length function as we used to print length of this list. All right. So let's see what is being printed. See 7. Now check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So when it is counted without 0. When it is indexed, it will always be indexed from 0. Okay. So 7 items. We do have 7 items in this list. All right. Okay. So how do we know the size of the list or array or collection? By having the length function. So length function is not just dedicated for a string over here. It is a dynamic and non-associated function that may be applied to several places in Python, not just the string for the length of the string variable. All right, so what if I like to add to the list? There might be ways, but let's just do it with append thing. Append. Let's say I have got a shorter list. Let's say just this. Reduce the size of the list. Okay, and I want to add to this list. I will use what? Append. Append method. Why it is method we will look later, but yes, append method. What does it mean method? We will look later. So let's do that. This list dot append. What do you want to append? Append means adding at the end. As you would have an idea from filing last year, append means adding at the end. So let's add orange and then print the list. Original list is apple, banana, cherry. I appended it. Appended means adding towards the end on the right side. I appended it with orange. So if I print it, see, oh, sorry, length. See, now orange is part of this list. Okay. This is adding. Let's say you don't want to append, you want to rather insert at a position. Okay, so it is quite possible. Had that been an array and you are doing it in pseudocode, that is quite complex code, because at that particular location in array you would have to create the space. So what you will do, you will go to the end of the list or array, you will move that item one place down, then you will go up one place down, then you will go up one place down, then you will go up one place down, and you will move items one place forward to the point where you would like to have the new item inserted. So what you are actually doing, in other words, you are creating a space there to insert the item. In Python, this is very easy with insert method. So let's say you want to add, insert at a particular location. Okay, so I want to add it at first location. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2. So at this location I want to insert what? At this location I want to insert what? Orange. All right, so you can see that now orange is at first location, 0, 1, 2, 3. Over here banana is at first location. So you can append as well as you can insert, and it does not take load of the code. This is very, very, very simple. Okay, so handling arrays as we used to is now very easy in Python, because our focus will be changed now towards other advanced programming parts. So we won't be actually paying attention to the details of working the way we used to in AS for arrays I'm talking. Okay, so append method, you use append method and add anything to the end of the list. Insert, if you like to insert at particular location. Now, if you want to remove an item or remove an item, you see, when we work around list and we are new to list and we have an idea of array, we always look at an item with respect to its index, because we are used to with indexes. So now if you want to remove, Python makes it really easy. So what you have to use remove, and instead of the index, all you have to do is, the way you were looking for an item in the list, you will be removing it with the name of the item. Okay, so what is happening, we will be using remove. Remove what? I want to remove banana. So all I have to do is to put it. No. So here, see, gone. And when we printed the list, banana is not there, although it was there in the first list. Then we removed it. So whatever that we used to do with several lines, it is now there with just a single line. And that is why I said that our Python is actually very short sort of coding language. So that is how we remove. So if you like to delete this list, तो वो फिर method नहीं है, वो keyword है. अगर आप delete करना चाह रहे हैं with its index, तो how would you do that? Let's say आप banana को index से delete करना चाह रहे हैं, तो उसके लिए जो सिलसिला होगा वो delete का keyword होगा. Delete this list और index आपको डालनी पड़ेगी इसमें, आप banana को delete कर दें. That is how we will do it with it. So this list apple, banana, cherry, और हमने 0, 1 banana को delete कर दिया, but this time with the help of index. Okay, so see, banana is gone. It is not being printed even. ठीक है बेटा, question answered. अच्छा जी. अच्छा, अगर आप पूरी लिस्ट को ही डिलीट करना चाहते हैं ना, तो आपको जो है वो फिर ये इंडेक्स डालने की जरूरत नहीं है, इससे पूरी लिस्ट ही उड़ जाएगी. इसलिए डिलीट जो है ना हम एक्चुअली इस्तेमाल नहीं करते. हम देखिए एरर इसने क्या दिया, नेम एरर. द नेम दिस लिस्ट इज नॉट डिफाइंड. Why it is not defined? Because it is deleted. So this delete thing can delete several things. Okay, so whatever that you give to it will be removed from the memory. So that is why we hardly use index space until unless it is the requirement. We try to use the word or the item value to remove. Anyways, now what if you like to remove all the items but not the list? Since this delete has deleted the list whole, rather I just want to get rid of all the items in the list but not the list itself. You get it? If I use delete, this delete, what it will do? It will actually be deleting the list as well. I don't want to do that. Rather, I want to just remove the items. I will be using clear. So this list dot clear. Okay, so gone. Now see, it is printed but it is empty list. Now how we can merge the list? We have got one list, we have got another list, and then we can merge the list with a concatenation sign or plus sign, and we can assign the new list to a new list. Okay, and then the new list will be keeping the first list and the second list as they appear in the order, but the main thing that you have to observe over here, that in a list it is possible to keep different data types. So this new list is having integers as well as strings. Now this we can do in another way as well, by looping through the list. So let's say let me create a new list. I've already created the new list. Okay, so this is the new list, but it is empty list. So now for X in my list, this list dot append. Remember, append. What I want to append it with X. Okay, so this is another way. So we have got this list already there. Okay, we sorry, we loop through this list, and this is correct. Sorry. We loop through my list, pick one item at a time, and we append it to the to this list. Okay, so this list, and then we have a list, this list with added data items. We can do that as well. Okay, so otherwise what you can do, you can loop through this list, and you can append that to new list first, and then you can loop through my list and append in new list as well. So what you have done, you have created a list, new list. First you added all the items in this list to this new list, and then you added all the items in my list to this new list, and then we print this new list. See, same thing is happening. So which code is better, you have to decide. I think the code that is the shortest code. So shortest code is, instead of writing all these lines or other methods or pursuing this programming language the way you were pursuing previous programming languages and applying the same concept over here, is not a good idea. Rather, the good idea is to learn that how Python works and do it in short codes. So short code says that a new list is created by merging this list plus my list, and that's about it. So we got rid of all these different lengthy code lines, and the result is different. Okay, all right, so this is one thing. What if you like to take one list and append it to another list? As we have already an idea that append can only add one item at a time. So what if I like to take the whole list and append it to another list? Then we don't use append, rather we use extend. Okay, so instead of creating one list, new, which is new, rather what I would like to do, I would like to extend. So what I would do, this list dot extend what? My list. So I have extended this list with my list. Now when I'm printing this list, see what is happening. This list has now been changed. This list does not have just these three items, but these three items as well from my list, because my list is extended in this list. So this is a way to extend a list by another list. If you like to just add one item, we use append. But if you like to add the whole list to another list, that is like that. Or otherwise you can be like, this list is equal to this list plus my list, whatever. But there are ways doing it simply. Okay, so we did what? Append, clear, copy, insert, remove, and we also have sort in it. If we like to sort the list, we can do that. So let's say हमने ये सारे आइटम जो है वो इसमें डाले, एप्पल, बनाना, चेरी, तो इस तरह है, तो हम इसको ये करते हैं कि हम इसको उठा के इस बनाने को उठा के चेरी के बाद रख देते, और ये दोनों चीजें हमने ऐड कर दी दिस लिस्ट में, और अब हम दिस लिस्ट को कर देते हैं सॉर्ट, दिस लिस्ट डॉट सॉर्ट. ओके, हाँ, अब इस तरीके से सॉर्ट नहीं होगा अगर हम एक्सटेंड ना करें. Different data types हैं, we talk about it. See, comma. So this is now sorted. Okay, so different data types, if there are different data types, system would have trouble doing that because numbers are sorted on their face values, whereas strings are sorted on the basis of their ASCII values. So we cannot just, if a list has mixed data items, then sorting is not possible with it. There would be an error. Obviously, there are ways doing that, but I'm not going to get indulged in it. So this is simple. Generally, we don't need a list with multiple data items of different data types. In programming, whenever we are keeping data, we are keeping data in arrays or collections or lists of one single data type. So we don't need multiple data types in a list. But if it is, then sorting would not be possible, at least this way. Okay, so this is it for lists.